This story is about a young man who never thought he could have it good in life. Year after year, it seemed like his whole life was going down the drain. But when he put his faith in the Lord, his whole life changed for the best. For by the grace of God, he arrived at a place of rest. No one could have seen it coming, the way you turned his life around. A man of God, but as a child, he was trouble-bound. By the age of 10, he was renowned for starting fights on playgrounds more times than you can count. Put on a tough face, but he was hurting cause his mother was a drunk and she considered him a burden. When he turned 16, she kicked him out the house. He fell on the drug scene and sold coke in small amounts. He was living in that children's home when the drugs were found. Wayne Harris, prisoner 87-999, sentenced to do time in the year of 89, but blessed with a cellmate who found faith inside. Told him not to worry about his release date, but trust in the Lord and he can grow behind the gates. Now he knows the power of prayer, cause God answered when he received that letter 3 years later.
Oh, I know you've lived wrong for so long, and the guilt that you feel is so strong. But if you surrender your heart in faith, then he'll show you the way, cause it's never too late.
She tried to hold back the tears as she wrote the first line. Now it's 92, the 23rd of July. She hadn't seen her only child in a long time. She took one look at his picture and she started crying. Dear son, I don't really know where to begin. There's so much I want to say, but first, how have you been? This is a story that I never told you. I was 16 at school when I met your dad on his way to be a soldier. He was only 3 years older, but one night we made a mistake in his room and got closer. That's when you were conceived. I was left alone cause in 2 weeks he and the army were due overseas. She begged for his forgiveness, saying she was sorry. He had to be the victim of her own bitterness. Then she brought a smile to his face. Even though her struggle wasn't over, she was 6 months sober.
Oh, I know you've lived wrong for so long. And the guilt that you feel is so strong. But if you surrender your heart in faith, then he'll show you the way, cause it's never too late.
The year's 2005 and Wayne is now a pastor. Who would have thought serving time would be a contributing factor? The attention of the congregation was captured as he preached 10 years after his release. I made Jesus Christ my master, so he took me from a life of tears into a life of laughter. Life as a child was a disaster, but I had to stop blaming my mother for everything I suffered. Her neglect made me bitter, but my relationship with God really had nothing to do with her. So I forgave her, cause if I didn't, how could I expect God to forgive me for my own sinning? I learned prayer changes everything. My mother's living proof after 20 years of alcohol abuse. We live life by faith in God's truth, but if our faith isn't gonna be tested, then what's the use?
See, I know you've lived wrong for so long, and the guilt that you feel is so strong. But if you surrender your heart in faith, then he will show you, cause it's never too late. Oh, I know you've lived wrong for so long, and the guilt that you feel is so strong. But if you surrender your heart in faith, then he'll show you the way, cause it's never too late. Oh, I know you've lived wrong for so long. Guilt you feel is so strong, and the guilt that you feel is so strong.
Songs of deliverance, because he is
Surrender your heart in faith, then he'll show you the way, cause it's never too late.
Everybody say Jesus, say Jesus.